In this do the concept of ITTO. ITTO stands for International Tropical Timber Organization. So I for international, T for tropical, T for timber, O for organization. International Tropical Timber Organization is the full form of ITTO. ITTO works under United Nations, so it is under UN, hence it is the intergovernmental organization. ITTO as an organization was established in the year 1986, and the main purpose of the ITTO is to conserve the resources of tropical forest. As the name itself suggests, it deals with the tropical timber. So the resource of the tropical forest has to be conserved, and it also indulges in the management, usage and trade of these resources in a sustainable manner. So ITTO is basically concerned with trade and industry. Then is about the members of ITTO. Members of ITTO represent 80% of the world's tropical forest. So the countries that are rich in the tropical forest have come together to form this organization, and they started deciding on how the trade of the tropical resources have to be managed, have the tropical resources have to be used in a sustainable manner, and have the trade in timber has to be done in a sustainable way. So this is what the ITTO basically focus upon. And the ITTO members, as we've seen, represent 80% of the world's tropical forest, and they indulge in 90% of the trade in tropical timber. So that's about the members of ITTO. And now let's see the role of this organization. So ITTO basically indulges in the management. ITTO manages its own programs, policies and projects. The advantage of ITTO managing its own work is to ensure that it quickly tests and operationalize its policy work. So the ITTO is going to have a policy, and in order to implement this policy, they carry out certain projects, certain programs, and now the ITTO has the privilege of managing its own work. For this to be the advantage, and then it indulges in the developmental activity. So the ITTO develops the policy document which is internationally agreed. So why does it develop this policy documents? It is to promote the sustainable forest management. It is to conserve the forest and its resources, and it also develops the documents in order to assist the members of ITTO, the tropical members to be specific, to adapt and implement the policies in the field through the projects. So that's about the developmental activity carried out by the ITTO. And ITTO also collects and analyzes and disseminates data on the production and trade of the tropical timber. So how much tropical timber is being produced, and how the trade has to happen, and how much trade is happening, every information will be collected, will be analyzed and will be disseminated by this organization. And the last is that it also indulges in providing the financial assistance. That is, the ITTO provides funds to set up the projects in order to ensure that the trade in timber is happening sustainably, or the tropical forest resources are managed properly. So the projects that are set up for the same purpose will be funded by the ITTO, because the entire idea of having this organization is to ensure that the resources of the tropical forest is managed sustainably. So whatever project is being done in order to ensure this will be funded by the ITTO. And ITTO also funds the activities that seek to develop the industries that relates to the tropical forest resources or timber to be specific. So that's about the ITTO.